and there's nothing he can't explain to his own advantage when he needs to. In death he became legend. Mere hours after the fatal incident, the myth was blooming. According to police reports, when Rasputin's body was discovered in the Neva, locals ran to the river to scoop up water that had touched the corpse. They wanted to capture some essence of the great man. After his death, all biographical details took on the air of more. One alleged night in Moscow's Yar restaurant, drunk as all hell and hitting on all of the dancers, he was said to have flashed what would come to be known around the world as a stunningly prodigious penis. In the years after his death, a group of female Russian expats in Paris allegedly possessed the penis, kept in a wooden casket, and prayed to it as a holy icon. It was described in one memoir as a blackened, overripe banana about a foot long, resting on velvet cloth. As I write this, the Museum of Russian Erotica claims to have the original artifact, pickled for preservation. Is any of it real? Then, as now, it was hard to say. His name reverberates. He sinned and repented. He said he was a man of faith, and he meant it, every word of it, even while doing all of these disreputable things. He had, effectively, groupies, and he had long hair and eccentric clothing and a command of any room. He was some kind of strange star. The whole world reads books which are written in blood and yet remains indifferent. Humanity of today is blind to everything, save the small concerns of the moment, petty personal interests, and the thirst for immediate success. That was written by Prince Yusupov, the man who murdered Rasputin. Is not this also a form of Rasputinism, which has gained possession of our epoch and of the whole of mankind today? Yusupov was writing from Paris as a free man, a decade after the black deed was done, in an unseemly attempt to justify the cold-blooded assassination. But the murderous prince was right in his way. We are obsessed with what is directly in front of us. Right now, right this minute, we ask, who holds power, and how did they get it? And while Yusupov may have meant something quite different by the term he was coining, the prince was right on this, too. Rasputinism has taken over. More than 100 years after his death, Rasputin has fully become a symbol, an archetype, recognized all over the world. Wherever there is a puppet master, in eminence grise, a Svengali, a manipulator, a secret controller, that is a Rasputin. Traditionally, Rasputins have been understood to be shadow leaders, the ones with true evil power. But the odd truth is that the natural habitat of a Rasputin is not only the high-stakes salons, the war rooms, the places where geopolitical waves are made. Not at all. The truth is, wherever power dynamics exist, from Congress to Hollywood to the break room at the Tommy's Pretzel Hut, a Rasputin can rise. It happens all of the time. When I sat down to write this book, I realized that even though my many years as a culture reporter for Grantland, The Fader, and New York Magazine, I'd been exploring this kind of control. Look at the chart-topping pop star, and then look at the producer, who's breathlessly envisioned their whole career. Look at the world-famous movie star, and then look at the director, who's callously manipulated every beat of their performance. Look at the hip-hop genius, and then look at the anonymous MCs he blesses and curses with fame. Rasputinesque, a term that, yes, I made up, is, frankly, one we do not use often enough. How do we define a Rasputin? By design, there's something ineffable there, unknowable. That said, there are a few bedrock qualifications. 7, in fact. The 7 Rasputin rules. Here we go. Number 1. They must exhibit control over others. Simple enough. As Rasputin was to the Tsar and Tsarina, the controller must be to their thrall. The latter must be beholden to the former, for some reason bewitched. Number 2. Their control must be controversial. Exactly why can vary, as we'll see. Rasputin's own control was deemed unseemly for a remarkably long and varied number of reasons, but let's not forget, it's not boring old beneficent control we're after here. Number 3, they must have enemies. A direct corollary to number 2. If their manipulations haven't won them enemies, then their control is not quite untoward enough for the status of true Rasputin. As such, it's more of a symptom than a condition of the disease. But it's important. There must be those who are desperate to break the bond between the Rasputin and the Rasputined. Number 4, they must attempt to execute a personal agenda.